It is the 9th of July, 2022. I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is my vlog of daily life in Leon, Nicaragua. Thank you for joining me on this show. And today is my first full day back in my lovely home of Leon after weeks of being on the road and traveling to Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, back to El Salvador, back to Honduras, to Nicaragua, to parts south, parts central, and now finally I am back out west where I live by the Iglesia Laborio, which is why I put it here, because it's the recognizable landmark for everything that I do. And it is Saturday and I'm home. I was home yesterday, got to sleep in my own bed. Did not get a lot of sleep because I had to do a ton of work, so I was up super late, got up relatively early this morning, and today was a work day. Brian is here hanging out, but he is staying at the beach and able to chill. He's a little bit exhausted from all the travel, so he's enjoying the ability to relax at the Pacific Ocean and sit around having beers and just walk the beach. You can't complain about that, right? So he's happily just chilling out on the beach while I am working all day. I have so many things to catch up on. So many projects have been waiting for me. So many little things just pending for me to get to it that I am absolutely exhausted. I'm feeling overwhelmed and I really needed to sit in the office and work all day. I was hoping to be out by about noon. I had like a whole schedule. Like I got to upload some things, edit some videos, get ready for tomorrow, have some stuff. Like I was all prepared, but I was not able to catch up. Like just enough things went wrong. And my plan was to get the kids all set up because they wanted to do some video gaming because they're back at the house now because they've been living at the beach while I was gone. They're there now. The dogs are home. And so we had this whole like, all right, we're going to get video games set up. They've been weeks they've been waiting to play video games. Went to get them playing and the Steam computer didn't work again. If you watch my channel, you know that several weeks ago, the Steam computer stopped working. I managed to get it to start up again, but now it's back to not working. So that really sucks. And I don't know what we're gonna do. So they lost the entire day of gaming and just spent time hanging out in their rooms and chilling, which they are very happy to be home. They're not like super bummed at the moment about the gaming machine, but they are very disappointed. That was their plan. And they, for a week, they've been texting me like, Dad, when are you coming home? We want to be able to play video games again. So I'm probably more upset about that than they are. But I tried to put some time into that today, but no luck. All day, Liesl and I tried working on it, and we just could not get it functioning. So that added one disaster into my day. Just the whole day, just a lot of things like this. Just a client needs something comes up at work, something goes wrong, projects take longer than expected, the computer stops working, a lot of those kinds of things. I had to get a laptop ready for Dominica because she got a brand new laptop that Brian brought down for her. She's not had a new laptop, we believe, since 2011 when she won a Lenovo Yoga Pro 2, something like that, which was a workhorse for a really long time. We eventually gave it to Luciana, and eventually it went to Liesl. Liesl spilled stuff on it, and it died in the first hour that she had it. So that was the last time that Liesl got a new laptop until her current one. So Dominica has had other laptops since then, but they're always hand-me-downs. And she doesn't do a lot with the laptop, so it's not a huge deal, but her computer situation has always been very second thought, perhaps. So this is finally, she's getting a brand new, really nice Acer AMD Ryzen based solid Aspire 5 laptop, the same as we use for everyone in the company. So she's very excited about that. So I had to get it all set up. Of course, we use Ubuntu. We don't run Windows, so I have to clean Windows off of it, put the latest Ubuntu 22.04 on there, get it all set up with our management tools and everything. So I was doing that a bit of the day while doing all the video editing. I'm finally back with my beloved Final Cut Pro, and instead of using Shotcut, I do love and appreciate Shotcut very, very much, but I prefer working in Final Cut now that I have it and I've spent lots of money on it. I really like having access to it and don't like being long periods of time without it, but know that I often have to be. So I'm doing that today. I kind of just sequestered myself in the office for most of the day and spent it working. I got out as fast as I could, but it took forever before I was able to do anything. So it was pretty late afternoon, like 5 o'clock-ish, when Kat and Dominica and I all loaded up in the car and went to the hotel out on the beach. So we went and joined Brian in time for dinner, but it was so late that we actually ordered dinner from the car so that it would be ready for us around about the time that we got there. We had a little bit of time to kill, so Brian and I did a walk around town. I showed him some sights and stuff, and then we hung out. But really, it was so late by the time we were there that it was just kind of dinner and go, more or less. We stayed a few hours. They all went to bed more around 8:30 or so. It was about 9:15 by the time I got a taxi to head out. Came back, and I have to work tonight at 10 o'clock. So I barely got back, just walked the dogs, really quickly fed the kids, and started a major migration project that took me into, as usual, the middle of the night. So it's not as bad as it was other nights, but this was the big production one that we've been preparing for. So even though much less went wrong, it was much slower and more deliberate because we weren't testing, we were doing the real deal. So I was done by probably about 1:30 with work, which is not too shabby given the situation. But this week I've had 3 or 4 nights of having to work until 2 to 3 in the morning. So I've just been getting more and more exhausted in general. And at this point I'm getting worn down. Like, I really need some breaks, but I have so much work to catch up on. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I need to get caught up on work, but I can't get to it because I'm having all these things happen late at night, and it just goes and goes and goes. So tonight was no exception. Once I was done with that, I went back, had a snack with the kids, walked the dogs again, and Mia had been really hard to walk today because there's lots of fireworks. It's some kind of holiday here. I have no idea what it is. So she's been terrified of the fireworks all day. So I'm like, oh good, it's a 10 till 2 o'clock in the morning. This will be a great time to walk the dogs, and then she can sleep comfortably. So I took them for a walk. I made it halfway around the block, and suddenly there was a marching band and tons of fireworks at just about 2 o'clock in the morning. So she was absolutely terrified, didn't manage to do her business, ran back to the house, and she just cuddled and shook all night. So that was very unfortunate and very upsetting. So it was a little bit after 2 by the time I finally got to bed. I did watch a little bit of Camera Conspiracies and Pascal Basel, some photographers that I really enjoy watching, so that I could wind down and get to sleep. So pretty late night. In theory, I'm going to be able to sleep in tomorrow. Quick spoiler, that does not happen. And then tomorrow, our plan is Brian should be a little bit more relax and have had time to chill at the beach. So we're going to try to do some actual tourism stuff tomorrow. He's probably going to come out to Leon, and I think we're going to do the Dark History tour, which I've done previously, but it's pretty cool. Go up to the citadel above Leon, which has some fantastic views, and do a history tour up there. So give him some view of the country, and he's not really seen Leon yet, so I'm hoping he can make it up to Leon, so he can at least see where we live. And a few other things. I'm going to try not to go to the beach tomorrow just because I'm so busy that the time to go to and from the beach is really a killer if I can help it. So that is the plan for tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe. Leave your comments and questions below. I love all the conversation that goes on here, and I will see all of you tomorrow.